Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and welcome to Season 4. Or should I say, welcome to a brand new competitive season. A new chance to get a brand new rank. We all know you're gonna be getting bronze in Season 4. Well, that is if you don't watch this video where I'm gonna be talking about some of the best heroes to play in Season 4. Now, it's been a while since I made one of these videos, but basically how it works is that I just give you a few heroes that don't necessarily make a composition per se, but could be great heroes to play if you are solo queuing or even playing as a duo. But I always stress to continue to play the heroes that you want to play. But because of recent events, like possibly heroes getting nerfed or buffed, Brigitte, then these could be excellent heroes to try to play in Season 4, or at least safe picks. So today we're going to be listing 1 tank, 2 DPS, and 2 support heroes that don't all necessarily play well with each other, but could just play well in Season 4 in general. Now, the first hero is going to be in the tank category, which is going to always be a safe pick usually, which is going to be Reinhardt. Now, 2 things I do want to say. 1, I know Reinhardt's getting a nerf. He's getting 50 armor reduced from his health pool, and on top of that, Hammond is still the more ideal tank to play. In Season 3, he was the go-to meta hero. That was until Brigitte got a huge rework to her ultimate and was already a somewhat good support hero to play in Season 3. And Brigitte is an excellent hero to play against someone like Hammond or Doomfist or any mobile hero. So because Brigitte is going to be a lot more popular, especially at the beginning of Season 4, playing against the Brigitte while playing a Hammond, a Doomfist, or Winston is not going to be ideal, but playing with a Brigitte is also not going to be ideal with those heroes, but rather someone like Reinhardt who fits the more brawly comp. And the great part about Reinhardt is that he's very versatile as a tank. While yes, Brigitte will be very popular, whether she's gonna be meta or not, she's gonna be picked because of her rework, Reinhardt can fit a composition where Brigitte is gonna be in it. But on top of that, Reinhardt can just also fit a multitude of other compositions. Like even if you have an Ana or Kiriko, where Reinhardt's gonna be great, nano boosted Reinhardt can be in a great initiator ulter, but Reinhardt also just has a great big shield that can protect against a lot of things, like say a double sniper comp. While I would argue might not be the best composition in Season 4, it's still something that needs to be dealt with. And when it comes to Reinhardt, while it might not be the most ideal hero, someone like Sigma or Diva or Winston would be more ideal. If you have a Brigitte and you need protection, Reinhardt could be a suitable hero. But now when we look at the best DPS heroes in Season 4, I'll be honest, there's not one obvious DPS hero that rules over them all like how Sojourn did back in Season 1. It's starting to seem more and more like DPS heroes are just here to support the tank hero especially, but are also just kind of becoming the support heroes themselves. While there's a lot of variety, I do think there is one here that can fit a lot of great compositions, but I also go against someone like Brigitte and Reinhardt. That someone is Hanzo. Sadly, when you need someone to break down the shield, you storm arrow it. When you need someone to get some space away from the Brigitte, you just hop away with Hanzo. And if you need a really mediocre ultimate that maybe could get 1 or 2 kills if you don't have a Zarya, then you play Hanzo. I've been saying this for years, but a big reason why I hate Hanzo is because he is such a good DPS and easy for anyone to play. Usually, if you're just firing arrows in the general direction of the enemy, you're always gonna get a random arrow headshots. Now, obviously, that's not a big reason why you should play Hanzo in Season 4, but if you need spam, he's got it. If you need insta-kills, he has got it. If you just need a good DPS hero to play, he has got it all. Is he a brawly hero? Absolutely not. That goes to someone like Reaper that can shoot these big giant bodies that are all clumped up together. And I even thought about putting Reaper, but the thing is though, like, if you're trying to counter somebody, like say a Reinhardt and a Brigitte, Hanzo is your guy, but he can also somewhat fit that composition not that well, but I don't know. Like I said before, there's so many options for DPS heroes that to go with a safe pick like Hanzo, I don't think would be that crazy of an idea. But if you're looking for a hero that could be a little bit more aggressive than Hanzo, but could also fit that more brawly comp when she ults, then someone like Echo can be a great DPS hero to play. Now, if the meta is going to be shifting more to a brawly comp with Brigitte at the helm of it, then being able to copy the enemy tank and just going in and being super aggressive while your tank on your team maybe is a little bit more passive, then that could be super helpful. But on top of Echo's ultimate being one of the best ults in the game when it comes to trying to win a fight, the fact that she is a decent shield buster, because all you gotta do is just sticky bomb the shield, shoot it a couple of times, and if it's under half health, then you can just get double the damage with your beam and it'll go away. Plus the Brigitte can't really touch you, and it forces the enemy DPS to switch off to whatever DPS they're playing onto hit scan and try to counter you. And if you're playing a support here that can support your flying life lifestyle, then that could be an excellent DPS hero to play in Season 4. Like I mentioned before, when it comes to DPS heroes, there's not one that stands out amongst the rest, but there are a few heroes that just won't be ideal that maybe were in Season 3. If Brigitte is going to be controlling Season 4, heroes like Genji and Tracer aren't going to be ideal because they get easily countered by the Brigitte. Whereas heroes like Hanzo and Echo, they might not play well with each other or even play well with the Reinhardt pick or the two other support heroes. As individual heroes, I think there could be made a case as to why you could try them in Season 4. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about some of the best support heroes to play. Brigitte. Just try Brigitte, man. Her ultimate is just really, really good. Being able to stun multiple people with your shield bash while ulting, getting a gigantic shield, also getting 300 armor instantly as Brigitte while your teammates are getting temporary shield. There is just so much that you gain from this single ultimate that it makes it worth playing Brigitte. One of the biggest downfalls when having Brigitte on your team is two things. One, you have a secondary healer. You're not going to be getting a lot of heals because you only have 3 repair packs at your disposal, and to get more heals, well, Brigitte has to go and get her hands dirty. She has to go and get damage, and when one of your support heroes is at the front line, that can be pretty sus, thinking that if she dies because she's just doing her job, well, that means that 1/5 of your team is now gone, and now it's all up to the other support hero. And if you have another secondary healer, like someone like a Zenyatta, or even worse, a Reddit Lucio, you're not going to be getting any heals. So that's the biggest problem with Brigitte getting buffed, is that whether she's going to be super meta or not, she's going to be popular at the beginning of Season 4, and people are going to pick her, and that could mean bad news bears for you guys, especially if you're a tank hero like Reinhardt that has no way to self-heal himself. But if you all communicate and you go in together with your Brigitte, it can only mean excellent things, because not only are you getting damage, but you're also getting healed at the exact same time. Plus, you're also getting kills because, well, everyone's being aggressive. Everyone's going and doing damage with the Brigitte. It's not just Brigitte carrying the team on her back. Plus, compared to other support heroes like a Mercy or Zenyatta, where they don't have a lot of defense mechanisms at their disposal, compared to someone like Brigitte, it scares away popular heroes like a dive comp, like with Winston or Tracer and Genji. So that's why I think Brigitte is going to be super favorable, at least at the beginning of Season 4. But now, what about the other support hero to play in Season 4? It's Kiriko, dude. Come on now. You already knew this. Kiriko's been one of, if not the best healer to play ever since the beginning of Overwatch 2, because she could be a primary healer or a secondary healer. But the fact that she has both options at her disposal, being able just to be a heal bot, throw her healing papers at any single teammate, and not needing to be accurate compared to someone like Ana, could make her favorable for bronze players, for grandmaster players, for everybody. Plus, her hero kit just provides so much utility for herself and her teammates. Her cleansing grenade, while it could definitely protect you if you're about to die, it could also protect your teammates that are about to die, cleanse them from an anti-grenade. Like, I don't think I need to tell you as to why her cleansing grenade is powerful, or why her swift step could get you out of any sticky situations and allow you not to die as a support hero, which is probably the best thing that you could ever do as a support hero, is to not die. Plus, if we're going to a more brawly comp, like I said before, the Kiriko ultimate can fit nicely into that. Even if you don't use it with a Brigitte ultimate, which I would suggest not to, because you're just wasting great and valuable ult resources, just use a Kiriko ult, everybody go together, and not only do you have fast heals from Kiriko, but you also get quick heals from the Brigitte doing tons of DPS. Like, Kiriko, even if Brigitte's not going to be the best support hero, which I do think she's going to be a popular, maybe not the best, but definitely a popular one, Kiriko, she's always going to be a staple in any sort of composition because she's just that good. But I do really want to stress that even though I listed a Reinhardt, a Hanzo, an Echo, a Brigitte, and a Kiriko as great heroes to play in Season 4, that doesn't necessarily mean this is the comp that you want to play. I always make these videos with the solo queue player in mind because I myself is a solo queue player. So you're probably going to get a Winston, you might get a Reaper or a Sombra, or you might have an Ana on your team. But if you did have an Ana and you decide to play Reinhardt, well, that's still an excellent pick right there. Or if you decide to play Hanzo and they have completely different heroes than in this list, then Hanzo's still going to be a great hero because, well, he's just a good hero in general. But I do think that it's a good thing that we're getting to the point, especially when it comes to DPS heroes, that there's not one hero that is obviously better than the other one. It should be based on the player's skill, not based on the hero's pick. Now, of course, there will be checks and balances, like heroes will always counter other heroes, but I do think when it comes to these type of heroes I listed in this video, that they will be good, excellent general picks for the next couple of weeks. But let me know what you think about these heroes, and let me know what hero you're going to be playing in Season 4. And until then, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck in Season 4. I'll see you guys later. I love you guys, and bye.